Hi, and welcome to AP Biology. I am Steph Shoup, and I have your kids this year for AP Biology. So I'm going to take you through our Canvas website, and this is our homepage. And if you navigate down, it says that there's going to be a Zoom link here for all of our classes. I will show you that as we progress down the page eventually. But I'm just going to take a minute and stop right here and take a moment to talk about our classroom expectations when we are on this digital platform. So one of the really important things is to be on time. We went from basically a 5-day week where I see the kids between 4 and 5 times a week to now only twice. So having them present during that time, and not just present, but actively engaged during those class periods, is going to be hyper crucial. We're going to get them through all of the material for the course. And again, I will show you that in a little bit. But it is going to be really important for them to show up and be present. We need them to ask for help if they ever have any questions. They can reach out via email. They can go ahead and come to office hours. They can just ask during the class period. So whatever really works for them. We're here to help and support them. And when I say we, I mean Mrs. Ricciardi and I, because she's the other AP Biology teacher, and we work together to make this course what it is. The kids have been really great about muting themselves. They know at this point, they're very respectful. It's wonderful to see. I'd ask them to show their faces on the camera just so I can get to know them. However, I totally understand if they weren't comfortable with that. I just ask that they kind of have an avatar so I can kind of get to know them and their personality, at least that way. We are all working from home, so I understand that sometimes things go wrong if they have some internet outages or anything like that. When you can send me an email and let me know, I will work with you guys on that. Patience and respect, those are going to be key, right? There's a learning curve for the breadth and the depth and the speed that we go at in AP. So if they're having issues with that or they need me to help them chunk the time that they should be spending, just let me know. I'd be very, very happy to help them with that. Okay, toggling down here, class overview. If you click on this button, it'll take you to what the course looks like, and it talks about the idea that AP Biology has 4 major themes or big ideas: evolution, energetics, information storage, and system interactions. So we will kind of weave those throughout as we go through all of our lessons. The learning objectives are going to be tied to the units that we cover. So these units are from the AP, our college board, and we're going to be starting with Unit 1, which is Chemistry of Life or Biomolecules, and we are going to actually get started on that this week. Here are all of the units that we are going to be covering. We are also going to be addressing science skills, whether that is the explanation of concepts or how to make visual representations or how to interpret those. We're going to be teaching them how to do all of that, how to do statistical analysis. Those will all be present when we are working on our virtual labs. We may have a midterm exam, however, it will not count towards their final grade. It would just be a check-in to kind of practice for the AP exam. That leads us into the AP exam. They are expected to sign up for this. That's why they're taking the course. I will show you guys in a moment when we go back to modules how to access that site and how to log on, although the students have that information and I'm hoping that that's already been done. In terms of homework, homework expectations, like we basically have in the course of study when everybody was planning to take the courses that they were last year for the time budget that we made, it is expected that the kids take at least an hour a day outside of our course every day to really make sure that they are practicing information, that they are reviewing information, that they are prepping for class, and that they are writing these labs that are going to be so critical for their skill development. Suggestions for success. I think it's great to have study partners. I know those are going to be online with Zoom sessions, but I do think that those are going to be critical for their success. Something else really important is going to be making sure that they are planning out their day. So literally having a list of things and scaffolding in time every day for AP. Those are going to be ways to kind of help them find success. In terms of grading, 50% of their grade is going to come from labs that we do. 30% are going to come from tests and quizzes, and assignments are going to be 20%. So if we go back to that home page, if you need any help, or if they need any help, they can toggle here to helpful links and resources. There's a bunch of different websites that they can go to for help. Of course, I've shown them this as well, but now you guys know. And modules, if you click on that button, I just wanted to kind of take you through what a module looks like, because this is how they're going to be getting information. So this is module 0. This is what we did for our first week, just to kind of get to know everybody. And one of the assignments, I don't know if they told you or not, was they were recording a video to introduce themselves to everyone, because I wanted to build this sense of relationship, even if we aren't next to one another, right? So we're building this digital world where we get to know each other a little bit more. Some kids didn't want to make videos, so they made really cute Bitmoji lockers, and I saw some really nice conversations come out of it. So it was quite lovely to see them interacting that way. We did cover goal setting, because I think one of the big ideas is you very rarely stumble on success, and I wanted them to actually think about what success means to them and how to actively plan for it. So we worked on that. I talked them through all of these activities, what the science skills are, what a study guide will look like. It's basically a visual roadmap that they are going to be creating for themselves for every unit as a big review. And then before, I had mentioned AP Classroom. If you click on this, it takes them to, if they want to toggle over here, there's a link to the AP Classroom. Each class of mine, Section 1 and Section 2, has a color and a specific code to go ahead and access the AP Classroom website. And through that, they're going to get all sorts of extra multiple choice questions, access to open-ended free response questions to, again, practice skills and concepts. Okay, one of those assignments they already have at their fingertips to kind of work through. The AP registration, because again, part of the course is the expectation that you are taking the AP at the end of the class. The AP registration opens on September 18th and it closes on October 18th. So we have approximately a month to get them signed up. Let's go back to modules. And they are currently working on their summer assignments. Most of them have done it and submitted it, so that's great. If you want to see the course in a little bit more detail, you can either go to the syllabus that we have posted, or you can go to this course at a glance, and it shows you all the units again in a visual representation of the course. We're going to be starting with Module 1 this week, where we start getting into the nuts and bolts of the science aspect of biomolecules. Again, we've got the study guide there, which tells them all the chapters, and it links all the concepts and the vocab that they need to know to create their visual roadmap. We do provide this textbook. It is a PDF file, so they have a digital copy of this, and it's actually quite lovely because on this digital copy, they can highlight, they can write. It's actually, I think, even better in some ways than a hard copy textbook. And then here we've got this idea of chemistry and functional groups, which is going to be, if you notice here, September 21st to the 22nd. And that is going to be our very first class of this week. It tells them what their assignment is to prepare for the class. So they're going to go ahead and download that, watch the video, do the assignment to prepare. And then this is going to be for the class itself. I will go through this PowerPoint with them. And then when we're done, the homework that they need to accomplish. And if we go back to this page here, that's pretty much how I'm going to scaffold all of these classes. They can see, oh, this is the class that's going to be on Monday and Tuesday, depending on what section I have, and this is going to be the class that I have on Wednesday and Thursday. And again, if you notice, we are starting to kind of ramp up as we go along what the homework expectations are. So again, it is that hour minimum every day. If you notice here, the property of water lab is going to be due, but there's no due date here. And the reason for that is because I actively asked them for their participation in this. I have a due date in mind, but I want to get there okay with that because I want them to have a voice. And with that is a really important distinction for me as to where I'm not so flexible. And that is going to be really in the idea of once we establish as a group what the due date is going to be, I'm not going to be flexible with that anymore because we've agreed as a group. And if the work is late, I am going to take off 10% every day, including weekends. I will never give a 0. So if somebody, I might use it as a placeholder, but it would never stay a 0 unless somebody doesn't ever turn the work in. And if somebody is so late that I've already graded and assessed everybody else's work, then I will go ahead and I will put in a 50% for their grade, because that would be the highest that they can achieve. Just in terms of equity, if everybody else has turned in their assignments, I've graded it, and the answers are out there, 50% would be the highest I can offer. Here, as I had mentioned earlier, is the Zoom link. They can click on that to take them to the Zoom. If they have questions and they want to come during office hours, they can press on this link to take them there. This is where I have my office hours. If you notice, they're going to be in purple. So I have office hours on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the final thing is, if you have any questions, you can come to this button about your teacher. You can go ahead and toggle down to teacher information. That is my email address. You can write me at any time. If you're like, I can't wait for 12 hours to get a response, I need a response in 20 minutes, this is my personal cell phone. You can use this. All I ask is please use that for true emergencies, and don't have your students use that. That's for you guys only. Other than that, thank you for listening. I hope that is helpful. I hope that helps you kind of understand our course a little bit better. And I'm looking forward to working with everybody. If you weren't able to make my prior 2 parent nights that I had offered, I'm going to have a couple more in the upcoming month. So hopefully I'll see some of you then, or see some of you again. Have a good one. Thanks.